Welcome. This is the final video in a three-part series that breaks down and explains the different cost categories to produce silver. In this video, we cover what is called complete cost to mine. Leading up to this point, in the first video, we covered what is referred to as cash cost, which is the actual cost of production including material, labor, and utilities, smelting and refining costs, minus the income from selling the byproduct metals. To fully understand cash costs, please see the first video in this three-part series. And in the second video, we covered what is referred to as total cost or all-in cost, which is cash cost plus depreciation cost. To fully understand total cost, please see the second video in this three-part series. Total costs are basically the total mining costs. It is not, however, the company's only expenses. So let's look at the other expenses a producer incurs. Like in the other two videos, I will use Pan American's 2012 annual report for an example. All producers use the same methods for calculating out cash cost, total cost, and complete cost. The cost numbers from Pan American are not being presented to represent an average cost for producing silver in the industry. I specifically chose Pan American because the cash cost and total cost table provided in the annual report is broken down in a very easy way to show in the first two videos. This is the consolidated income statement for Pan American. A consolidated income statement is basically a summary of the income and expenses for the year. The layout of categories is a little different than the cash cost table. Looking at the statement, the upper section contains the gross revenue after treatment and refining costs are subtracted out. Then the rest of the categories found in cash cost and total cost calculations, actual production costs, depreciation costs, are subtracted from the gross income to give a profit from operations. This basically brings us up to where we ended video 2. Let's look at the other expenses that are not included in cash cost or total cost. There are basically three categories and some miscellaneous expenses, plus taxes. The main three categories are administration costs, exploration costs, and finance costs. Administration costs. In 2012, Pan Am spent a little less than $21 million on administration costs. Next is exploration costs. In general, how much a producer spends on exploration and how the company approaches exploration greatly varies. And with the recent drop in metal prices, this is a section one should pay particular attention to, as cutting exploration will be a likely cost savings measure many producers take. In 2012, Pan Am spent a little less than $37 million on exploration. Finance costs and credits. There are several sections of finance costs and credits summarized in the consolidated income statement, including costs and credits from hedging things like exchange rates with derivative contracts, interest costs and credits, investment costs and credits and costs associated with long-term contracts. There are also some other miscellaneous expenses. For Pan American, there was an acquisition cost of a little over $16 million associated with the 2012 acquisition of Mine Finders. For Pan American, there was an impairment charge of $100 million. This was a one-time downgrade of the value of an advanced project, a new mine that has been placed on hold because of legal and political reasons, which illustrates some of the non-production risks associated with mining. Pan American was forced to place a project on hold, downgrade the value of that project by about $100 million, and record that downgrade as a cost for that year on its books. Subtracting these costs and credits from the profit from continuing operations gives a gross profit. The final expense is taxes. Subtracting the tax from the gross profit gives a net profit. So those are the cost categories associated with producing silver. I hope you enjoyed this short series. Thanks for watching.